Chapter 218. Gracie, do you ever listen to yourself? Noah is our best buddy. He will undoubtedly give us a hand if we need help. A man with a square face spoke up. He picked up his glass and downed it in one go. Alex glanced over at them briefly. He remembered them as his college mates. The woman's name was Gracie Adler, and the man's name was Vin Evans. Noah replied timidly, "Oh no, I cannot take credit for all of that. Sigh, it's a long story, just forget about it." He then looked at Alex, feeling grateful with a tinge of emotion. It had been a stroke of misfortune to have been with a cheater and slut that he had almost lost everything to her, even getting beaten up for that. Luckily, thanks to Alex's help, he was able to reclaim ownership of the restaurant and receive $3 million in compensation. Thus, everything that he owned now was literally because of Alex. He couldn't take any credit for that. Hence, he changed the subject and started, "Anyway, Vin, you're pretty well off now, aren't you? I heard that you are one of the top executives in your company. I bet you must be making 6 figures a year." Vin answered with a sigh, "Forget it. The company doesn't treat me fairly. I'm about to resign and send my resume to Raymond Corp to try my luck. Remember Marlon? Marlon Bale? I heard that he is a senior manager there, a solid position. Who would have thought that the kid is doing so well now?" "Oh, Marlon," Noah managed an awkward smile. He was not on good terms with Marlon, which was why Marlon had not been invited to tonight's dinner. However, Vin and Marlon were quite close. If Raymond accepted him, he would be appointed to a distinguished position with Marlon's recommendation. Mia spoke after pondering for a while. "I heard that Raymond is a big company in Oris Hill that has very good reviews." "Wow, I didn't know that Marlon is doing so well now, either." Emma was a little stunned when she heard the name of Raymond Corp being mentioned. After breaking her ties with the Richard family and being kicked out from the Richard Group, she had been sending out her resume to a lot of companies over the past few days in hopes of a new job. One of which was Raymond Corp. Emma said with a smile, "Hey, I also sent my resume to Raymond. If we ace the interview, we will work in the same company." Gracie was a little surprised. "Emma, you've been working in your family company all these years. Why would you suddenly want to apply for a job at Raymond?" Emma's smile became a little bitter as she continued, "I've cut ties with my family now, so I need to find a new job. Otherwise, I can't support my family." Upon hearing this, Gracie glanced at Alex, her gaze full of contempt and disgust. "Alex, look at your wife. She has to work so hard for the family. As a man, you are so useless and ignorant to allow your woman to be so desperate and depressed." Vin was not very close to Alex, so he laughed unscrupulously. "Alex, why don't you try your luck in Marlon's company, too? Maybe, based on your qualifications, you are only qualified as the cleaner, but for the sake of our time spent back in college, he should be able to make you the head of the cleaning crew." Alex replied flatly, "No thanks, you should keep the benefit for yourselves. I'm not interested." Vin was agitated by Alex's indifference, and his tone became more sinister as he said, "Alex, I know that you are very egoistic, but just look at yourself now. Everyone is doing better than you. Take my word of advice, don't set your expectations too high. Get real." Noah frowned at the bantering and interjected, "All right, that's enough. It's our class reunion today, don't bully Alex like that." Then, he turned to Alex and said apologetically, "Dude, don't take it personally. You know them, they have a quick tongue." Gracie snorted insolently. "Noah, we are so frank because Alex is always laid back and passive. He has no ability whatsoever, but he's pretty good at pretending." Vin added disdainfully, "This is what a deadbeat loser looks like."